Times Now. I'm Malvika Jain, and I have with me Suhas Subramanyam, who's running for Congress from the Democratic Party right here in the state of Virginia. Suhas, welcome to Times Now.
Thank you.
My first question to you is that, at the campaign event today, we have seen some Republicans also participating. What is it that is motivating Republicans to support a Democratic candidate like yourself?
Yeah, I've always told people that I want to be a voice for all Virginians, Democrats and Republicans. And so I also want to make sure that we unite people and bridge the divides in our politics, because our politics has been more divided than ever before. And so part of that means welcoming Republicans who want to support me and doing rallies like this with them. And so it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican, we're a campaign where people can get behind it.
Well, some Republicans are also supporting Kamala Harris. Why is that? Why aren't they supporting Trump? Because the race seems to be pretty tight, and that means that he does have substantial support.
Yeah, people are concerned about a couple things. One, our democracy generally, because Trump has said many anti-democratic things. And January 6th, things like that were very difficult for our community and for our country. And so we want to make sure that we protect that. Locally, actually, federal workers here are actually under attack. He would fire federal civil servants if elected. And so that's really bad for our economy here. And so you see a lot of Republicans that work in the federal government who are supporting our campaign.
Sure. You have Indian origins, and what do you think the outcome of the presidential elections could mean for India and Indian immigrants who are living in the U.S.?
Yeah, for India, I just want to make sure we have a strong U.S.-India relationship, regardless of who's president. I think Trump has vowed to do that. I think Harris has vowed to do that. I also want to make sure that we have an immigration system that works for people who are coming over on, say, H-1B visas. We're trying to get green cards, waiting 10, 15 years. My parents immigrated here in the late 70s. They got their green card in 3 months. And so we need to do more for people when it comes to legal immigration. We can do border security. We can try to address undocumented immigrants as well. But let's do more on legal immigration and for the Indian diaspora.
And do you think Kamala Harris would also be favorable towards India? Because there are certain remarks she has made, for instance, on the issue of Kashmir, which is not in line with the Indian government's stance.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I know that regardless of who's president in India, the U.S.-India relationship is so critical to the world, really. It's two of the most important democracies out there, and we need to make sure that we strengthen that relationship. And it doesn't have to be at the expense of any other region, but we certainly already have a very strong economic relationship. I think there's more we can do on the defense side. I think long-term, this is going to be a really fruitful relationship, and we just continue the momentum.
Sure. And my last question to you is that it's a very, 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 very close race. Who do you think is going to win?
I have no idea. Like I was saying to someone earlier, I'm really bad at predicting who wins these elections. I do know that if we get out the vote and we fight, we'll win my race for certain. I do know that if we make sure that every person comes out and votes, that Kamala Harris would likely win as well.
All right.